Oh, sir.
Yeah, okay. Gave you the recording permissions and you can record the session. Okay. So let me know in case if any issues there. Right. Okay. And let me share my screen. Any issues, any doubts in the last class, guys? Any issues, any questions, any doubts? No doubts. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. Let me start the virtual machine. So in the last class, we discussed about installation of SQL Server. Again, I'll install one more time today. Okay, might be you if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, we'll explain about the service account. Okay, and we'll explain about the authentication. So in case if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, and nothing, no need to hesitate. You can ask me any question. Okay, small question, big question. There is nothing like that. A question is a question. Okay, so in case if you have any doubt, you can stop me and ask me. Okay, so in the last class we discussed a lot of things, right? How many instances we can install in a machine, guys?
50.
50 instances. Okay,
50, sir.
yeah, how many default instances we can install?
One default, sir.
One default 49.
Named instances. Generally, how many instances will be installed in the organization on a single machine?
One or two, sir.
One or two, maximum three. Very rare cases, but 80% only one instance will be there per machine, right? Okay, done. What things we discussed? Yeah, naming convention. What and all special characters it will allow you while giving the instance name?
Dollar underscores.
Dollar and underscore. Okay, very good.
Start with alphabet only.
Starts with alphabet only. Very good. Okay. Right. So what is meant by instance ID?
System name.
Instance ID. What is the use of the instance ID?
Identification of system.
System.
Identification.
Generate a separate folder.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so it will create a separate folder with that instance ID name. Usually, what is the instance name you are giving? By default, instance ID name is also same. What it will do with the instance ID? Going to create a separate
Sir, I'm
folder.
getting so much disturbance, sir.
Yes. So, guys, if you are not answering the question, you can mute. Okay, I can also feel disturbance is there. Lot of disturbance is there. Fine. Okay, so it will help you to create folders with that instance. Say for example, if you have 2 or 3 instances in that machine, okay, if you have 2 or 3 instances in that machine, then each folder will be separated. Okay, each instance will create a separate folder in your C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. It will create a separate folders for each instance so that the specific files of that instance will be stored in that particular folder. That folder named as instance ID. Whatever name, if it is a default instance, what will be the instance ID, guys?
System name, administrator, like that.
Not system name, MS SQL Server. Okay, for default instance, while connecting only will give system name. Okay, only while connecting will give system name, but the folders and all, the services and all will be created with the name of MS SQL Server. If you see any name MS SQL Server, that folder or that service belongs to default instance. Clear, guys? If you give instance name, automatically with that name, one folder will be created. If it is default instance, it will create MS SQL Server folder or the services will run with MS SQL Server name. Okay, fine, right? So let's install one more instance. In case of any questions, you can ask me. Okay, So like yesterday, I don't explain too much, but if you have a doubt, you can stop and you can ask me. Okay. So I'm going to open this setup file again, and let me open this setup file with run as administrator. This is your server manager. You can minimize it and you can see here. Okay, it was opened already. So go to which page I have to go. Which
Installation page.
installation page. Here, which option I have to choose?
First
New
one.
SQL Server.
New
New
SQL Server
SQL
standalone
standalone.
instance. Okay,
Yes.
right. 1 minute, guys. Right. Okay. So let me select this new SQL Server standalone instance. Right. So you can see some checks are there. In case if restart check and all is failed, what we have to do, guys? If restart check is the best option is before and after installation, guys. Again, this is very important. Before and after installation, what you have to do, you have to restart the server. Okay. For the smooth installation, before and after installation of the SQL server, you have to restart your Windows server. Okay. Right. You can see restart .NET framework. These checks are mandatory as discussed yesterday. And warning is okay. Skipped is also fine. Passed is also fine. But in case if we have any error, so it won't allow us to go for the next screen. So make sure all checks are passed or warnings or else skipped. That's fine. Okay. In case if one error is there, you have to fix that error. Then you can proceed for the installation. Next. Okay. Perform a new SQL Server installation. Earlier, we don't see any of these things. Earlier, this is blank. Okay. Earlier, yesterday, we can see this table is blank. Now you can see here MS SQL Server means what? Which instance? If you see
Yeah,
instance
default,
name is
default.
yes, default instance. And you can see here this instance ID MS SQL 14. Okay. Dot MS SQL Server. MS SQL 14 dot MS SQL Server. So what it means, guys? Can anyone explain me?
2017
2017. 14 means 2017, sir. Build
Very
number.
okay.
It's
So
a bill. Yes.
yeah, it will create a folder like this in your C program files. Let me open C. Okay. Program files, Microsoft SQL Server. It will create one folder with Microsoft SQL Server. If you open, see here, MS SQL 14 dot MS SQL Server. So without checking the bill number in the SSMS itself, we can easily identify which versions are installed in the machine. If you see MS SQL 14 and dot MS SQL Server means MS SQL Server means it's a default instance. MS SQL 14 means it's clearly showing 14 belongs to 2017. Okay, so 2017 default instance is installed in this machine. If you see MS SQL 15 dot SQL 20, or if you see MS SQL 15 dot batch party, which version it is? MS SQL 15 dot batch
2019.
party folder is created. Which version?
2019.
Yes.
19.
MS SQL 15 means 2019. So in that way, without opening the management studio, without connecting to the server itself, you can easily identify which version, which instance is installed in this machine. Okay, this is how we are going to identify. And you can see what and all features installed here, which edition it is, what is the version you can see here. If you still have a doubts, you can see here. Okay, 14.0.1000.169. Okay, so perform a new installation. If you want to add features, say for example, later after 1 month, you want to add features to this existing instance, you can select this one. Later 1 month or later 1 year, customer is asking analysis services for this default instance. Now what you have to do, again you have to open same setup, again you have to select the same feature, same option. Then here in the screen, to which instance you want to add features, select the second option. Which instance, imagine you have 2 or 3 instances. Okay, try to select to which instance you want to add MS SQL analysis services, to which instance you want to add integration services. Okay, so you can select from this list and you can go next. What features you want, you can select the features and all. Okay, as I'm doing new installation, select this, perform a new installation for SQL Server 2017. Next, product key. If you specify product key, that means it's a standard edition or enterprise edition. Okay, if you want to install, yeah, tell me.
1 second, sir. Sir, go to back menu, sir.
Okay,
Left one.
yeah.
So here, perform a new installation for SQL 2017, sir. So
Yes.
if you want to install 2019,
Mm.
I mean the further version.
Mm.
So what we do, sir? I mean here only we have to select now, sir, 2017.
Tell me what we
19.
have to do. Tell me what we have to do. Think logically what we
Take
have
that
to do.
version. 2019 version should be installed.
We need to install separately.
Now we are opening 2017 setup file. That's why you can only see 2017. If you change the 2019 software, you can see 2019 software. Okay, as it belongs to 2017 setup file, so you can see only 2017. If you want to install 2019, then here in the Oracle VirtualBox Manager, what you have to do, simply here in the storage section, okay, you have to go to settings and you have to go to the storage, and here you can see SQL Server 2017, right?
Yes, yes.
You will attach 2019
Yes,
ISO image. Then you can see SQL Server 2019 features there.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So, right. Let me go to next. Right. So, if you want to, yeah, tell me.
In organization, only one SQL Server installed or different 2016, 19,
Different versions.
17,
Yeah,
19.
different versions will be there. One thing I'll tell you. Okay. So, it depends upon application compatibility as discussed earlier. Okay. Right. As discussed earlier, I gave you an example, right? Compatibility example. So, different
Sir, in
versions will
real
be there.
time,
Yes.
sir, in real time, will they ask us to install this version, this edition, or
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should
They
ask
will
them?
specify. They will specify. They will specify 90%. See, in the organization, you will have build sheet. Build sheet. Okay. There they are going to mention clearly. Okay. Build sheet. Clearly, they will mention in that build sheet which version of OS they need, which version of SQL Server they need, what features they need, what accounts they need permissions, what are the service accounts. Okay, and what else, these are the main storages. About storage, drives, in which drive you have to store which files, data files should be stored in which drive, log files should be stored in which drive, backup files should be stored in which drive, everything. What is the instance name also they will provide in the build sheet. Okay, instance name should be
Okay, sir.
this. So application people will prepare this build sheet and they are going to attach this sheet in the ticket. You have to simply download that build sheet from the ticket and you can work on it. If you don't see, sometimes it's not like a thumb rule, but sometimes people don't include anything, then you have to raise, you have to check with the customer who raised this ticket. Definitely ticket should be there. Without ticket, you cannot work on this, okay, activities and all. In our organization, we need to work on singular OS, right? And also need to work on single server. Not like that, Sashi. Okay, so there is nothing like single OS, single SQL server. We will touch. I am working from Windows Server 2000 to Windows Server 2019, SQL Server 2000 to SQL Server 2019. All versions of Windows servers are there still. all versions of SQL servers are there still. That's what I'm explaining. It depends upon the project. See, some projects may give you good revenue so that you can easily, okay, upgrade it to the newer version, right? Again, one more version will come. 2021 might be, don't know, might be this year one more version will come. Don't know, just saying, for example. Okay, immediately I have 1,000 servers immediately in 1 month, in 1 or 2 months, I cannot upgrade it to the newer version, right? So it depends upon your wish. It depends upon the application compatibility. So not all applications will give you revenue. There are some small applications will be there. They won't generate any revenue. So why again they want to invest on that particular applications? So they will still use old versions, operating systems, old versions of SQL servers only. Okay, so it's not like we'll only work on one version in the organization. No, you have to work on all the versions. But again, there are no different features in different versions. Same features will continue, depends upon the newer versions. Might be newer features will be added, new features will be added. Okay, so in our
Sir,
organization,
installation part is same to all the version or
every version installation part is same. How you are installing 2017, in the same way you are going to install 2019 also. Okay, might be you can say a difference between SQL Server 2000 installation and 2019 installation. Why? Because 19 years okay gap is there, so it's common. But the process, whatever things we discussed, the terminologies, default instance only, named instance is named instance only, service account is service account only, collision settings is collision settings only, TempDB configurations is TempDB configurations only. So these options are same. That's what we don't discuss installing 2017 once, installing 2019 once. No, nothing like that. Go for it. I guess I gave you 2019 installation also. Go for it. Check it. If you found any new option, let me know. You don't see any new option in 2019. How you install 2017, in the same way you have to install 2019 also. Okay, so the first question is, we have to work on multiple versions of operating systems, multiple versions of SQL servers. Okay, it's very common. We will have different versions in the organization, not the same version. Right? Second question is, installation is same for all the versions. Installation is same, the terminologies are same, everything is same for all the versions. Might be 1 or 2 screens. If you compare 2012 to 2017, so 1 or 2 screens are extra in the 2017. 2012, there is no TempDB configuration and all. 2017, you can configure TempDB during installation itself. Okay, that screen that is not there in the 2012. That's it, but everything is same. Okay, so this is how we are going to install. Okay, let me go to this Windows Server again. Right. So if you want to install a free edition, okay, you can select from the free edition. If you have any the standard edition, paid editions, then you can select from this product key, and you will have your product key that you will get it from your portals. SQL Server separately will maintain some portals to store the product keys, passwords, and all. You can get it from the product. You can get it from that portal and all. Okay, if you don't know, your colleagues will help you from where you have to get this product key. Okay, as of now, I'm installing developer edition. Next, I accept the license terms, common for every software. Next, feature selection. Guys, yesterday we discussed it, right? So see here, client tools connectivity. I cannot uncheck this one. I cannot uncheck this one. I cannot uncheck this one. I cannot uncheck any component that are installed already. Yesterday, Sunil, one thing is, okay, installation process is same for remaining OS like Oracle. Oracle is OS or what?
OS.
Oracle is a OS.
Database. No, sir, it's a database.
Oracle is not OS, Sunil. Oracle is a database software, first thing. Second thing is, we can install 2017 in Linux also, but Linux, there is no GUI option. Linux, you have to go with a command way only. Okay, there is some separate packages are there. You have to install packages in the Linux operating system, that is different. So no one is using Linux operating systems, Linux with SQL. Okay, even 1% is also not using in the market. So nothing to worry. If you still have any doubts, Okay, you can go to YouTube and you can check how to install SQL Server in the Linux operating system. Okay, just 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Hello. Hello. ఎక్కడున్నారు సార్? Right. Okay, so right. If you want to see how to install SQL Server in the Linux operating system and all, you can just go to YouTube and you can check it. Okay, why? Because not even 1% market share is there for Linux with SQL. Okay, so usually 99.99% is we use it to install SQL Server in the Windows operating system only. Okay, but there is a different process if you want to install on Linux. You have to install packages. See, you know, right? Linux operating system is a different operating system. We cannot install like GUI options there. You have to load each and every package for Linux operating system. That is how you are going to install SQL Server in the Linux. Okay. So if you see here, shared features. So yesterday we have mostly this all things are done by Windows team only, right? For knowledge itself, we need to know which things, Sashi. Mostly these all things means which things? Up to .NET framework only Windows team is responsible. Once they prepare the machine, once the machine is ready, they will hand over to us. Then it's our responsibility to install SQL Server. SQL Server installations is not going to be taken care by the Windows team. Only SQL DB team is going to take care of this SQL Server installations. Right? Fine. So here, if you see, yesterday we have already installed the shared features. Okay, already installed the shared features. So again, no need to install the shared features. I'm installing one more instance, second instance. Okay, so if you see here, it is allowing us to select specific features. But if you see here, we don't see this one. Okay, any shared features. Other shared features you can select. So some of the shared features we haven't installed yesterday. So those shared features we can select, but already installed features you cannot select. Why? Because those are the shared only once per device. Okay, you can install. Once you install, okay, the shared features again, no need to install it for the same version of the installation. For different version of the installation also, it won't allow us to install. Shared features are same for all the versions. Again, sir, if I install 2019, again, I have to select shared features. No, not required. If you install cluster instance, also not required to select the shared features. Once you install the shared features, the one copy will exist per machines, these shared features, and also no need to install again and again. Okay, so let me select this. Okay, database. Tell me, guys, what and all features I have to select from specific
Database
feature.
engine service,
Database
server
engine.
replication, full
Okay,
text and semantic extraction.
very good.
Application.
Full text and semantic extraction. These three are important and mandatory features, guys. You have to select these three features as you're installing one more time. Okay, next.
Analysis services, we know, don't need, sir.
Not required, not required. Analysis services, if the customer is asking to install analysis services, then you can go for analysis services installation. As of now,
Okay, sir.
okay, we don't install by your own, you cannot install analysis, reporting, integration and all. If any customer is asking, I need these features, then you can install those features. Okay, so still it is taking some time. No, it is taking this much time. Okay, done. Right now you can see here. Okay. So earlier, yesterday we have already installed default instance, right? Now if I select default
Yes.
instance and if I go next, see here what error you will get.
Already exist.
See here, there is a bottom validation errors. You have to check here. Okay, the instance name MS SQL Server is already in use. To continue, specify a unique instance name. It is not allowing us. Sunil, what you have to do, we have already discussed. Okay, what we have to do after installation, if anyone asked to install one more feature, what we have to do, guys? After installation, okay, customer is asking to install analysis services. What we have to do?
Go to add features.
Add feature, same again, you will select this option only. Again, just now I have explained that one. If you want extra features, you have to select add features option to the existing installation. Okay, the meeting is going to close now. Let me reopen the meeting, guys. Please join immediately with the same link.